back to the Vital Pet Life podcast. Before we start, don't forget to click the follow button so that you'll be notified of our new weekly episodes.
Thank you for always tuning in. I hope our tips and advice help you and your pets. A review or feedback would be greatly appreciated. Vital Pet Life podcast is available on your favorite podcast channels such as Apple Podcast, Spotify, YouTube, and more. Yes, if you'd like to watch Donie and me while we chat, tune in and subscribe on YouTube.
This is Donie, the co-founder and CEO of Vital Pet Life.
And I'm Dr. Amber, the official veterinarian at Vital Pet Life.
We're here to talk about pets, pet nutrition and wellness, anything that can help our fur children live a longer, vibrant, and happier lives.
All right.
Yeah. Welcome to Vital Pet Life podcast.
Did you know that this month marks National Chip Your Pet Month? We're fortunate to have Dr. Amber with us to explain the microchipping process and its significance. It's essential for pet parents to understand the benefits of microchipping as it plays a crucial role in ensuring the safety and easy return of our beloved pets if they ever get lost.
For the unfamiliar audience, what is microchipping? The microchip itself is about the size of a grain of rice. So it's pretty small, and it's implanted through a needle. So the microchip is inside the needle. So it looks like it is a pretty big needle because you can imagine with the size of the microchip, and the microchip is inside the needle, and then you push it through the skin, push the plunger in, and then pull the needle out. So it's a permanent identification. Yeah. So
where does it stay? Like in between, I'm curious.
Yeah. So in dogs and cats, we always implant them between the shoulder blades underneath the skin. And so, most of the time they'll stay right there. Occasionally they do migrate a little bit. Like I've seen some kind of down in the shoulder or underneath. I've actually seen one kind of lower down on the chest. I've never ever seen them cause any kind of problems, even with that. They'll just they'll stay under the skin, but kind of move a little bit from where you first implant them. But most of the time they stay right where you implant them.
Does that hurt when you put it in?
I mean, it's kind of like if you got your ear pierced with a big, like a large gauge needle.
Oh, okay.
But I've actually seen, definitely pets feel it for sure. But some dogs and cats react more to like the vaccine needle, which is way, way smaller than the microchip needle.
Okay.
So it's not, I don't think it's super traumatizing. Most of the time you put it in, there's a little pinch. And then I always kind of hold the skin if I can, like pinch it closed for a minute. Cause it is a big hole. And so I try to seal off that hole for a minute. And some dogs like squirm more for just because I'm pinching that hole closed than the actual needle. So it's not usually a big deal for them.
What's the youngest and probably the oldest age you could microchip a dog or a cat?
So I usually, I like to do it around like 8 weeks. I mean, sometimes in a larger breed dog, you can do it at 6 weeks. A lot of implantations will occur during a spay and neuter because they're under anesthesia. So that's one less thing they have to feel, At the clinics where I worked, if we were doing a microchip at the time of a spay or neuter, they would be they'd get their surgery done. And then before they woke up, we would implant the microchip so that they just didn't have to feel it. They were already asleep.
That's good.
Yeah. So kittens or puppies, I'll wait till they're just a little bit bigger. But there's really no upper age limit. All of my dogs I got when they were adults, like 8 to 10 years old, and I microchipped them because I wanted them registered in my name. So there's not really an upper age limit. Especially if you're adopting a senior pet, then and you want them registered to you, then you should microchip them.
Oh, even if they have, if they do have a microchip, can it be transferred to the new owner too? I mean, Yeah, because
Yeah.
we've done that with Tuxedo and Marcon
Yeah. So sometimes you'll adopt a pet and, maybe it was an owner
from
surrender.
rescue.
Yeah. And so they have a microchip that was previously registered to their owner. And so you can transfer that ownership into your name.
Yeah, we did that. Now, myth or facts, like can you also microchip like other animals, your guinea pig, or can you do that too, or
Yeah,
only just for
I'm
dogs?
sure you can. I have a guinea pig and he is not microchipped, although I don't expect him to run out the door and
To run
escape and get
away?
lost. So
That's
that's
what
why
I'm
I have
saying.
not. But yeah, even large animals, sheep, alpacas, horses, goats.
Oh,
And
really? Horses?
and in all of so we talked about how dogs and cats are always microchipped between the shoulder blades. So in each species, there's actually a designated spot where they should be implanted because you can imagine if it's not standardized, then you have to wave the microchip scanner across the whole body of a horse to try to find
Mm-hmm.
it. So, or, a large breed dog, it can be quite a search if it's not standardized.
Exactly.
So, yeah, it is standardized for every single species,
Mm-hmm.
and you can microchip whatever pet you want.
Yeah. Is this considered a GPS though, or like
That is an excellent question. I actually have a ton of people ask me like, "Oh, it would be so great, if I could just go on the app and just see exactly where my dog is if he gets out." It is not a GPS tracker, because if it were a tracker like that, you would have to be concerned about the battery. And if the battery dies, then the chip is
oh
dead.
yeah.
So actually,
Yeah.
the only information that's stored on that microchip is the number. So even your personal information is not stored on that number. So let's say, my dog gets loose and someone picks him up and takes him to the animal shelter or to a vet
Mm-hmm.
clinic.
Mm-hmm.
There's a scanner. They make several different kinds, but most of them now are universal. So they'll pick up a variety of microchips. So
Mm-hmm.
they scan it, and the only thing that comes up is that number. But each
Oh,
company that makes a microchip has a specific type of number. So you can actually Google that number to find the company where that microchip is registered.
oh,
And
okay.
then, so that my personal information is stored with the company,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
not in the microchip itself.
No, okay, got it. Is it safe to microchip a dog that is unwell?
I mean, probably wouldn't cause a big problem, but I tend to be on the really cautious side. So while I think that microchips are really important and I recommend them to pretty much everybody, um, it's also an elective procedure. And so if they're sick enough, like I don't want to stress them out with something that can
Yeah.
be done later when they're better. So I
Mm-hmm.
typically don't do vaccines or anything microchipping if they're sick. It's just not a good time to do that.
Exactly. Well, yeah, you do recommend microchipping. And what about other vets? Like, is it like a standard thing? Like
Yeah, I
vets,
think
yeah.
it is very common. It's actually, while I was doing some research for this podcast, I found that in England, it's required by law for every
Oh,
dog and
good.
cat over 8 weeks old to be microchipped. So, we don't have those laws in the US, but it's highly recommended, especially, I mean, for your pets. If you lose them, you want to be able to find them. But for, service dogs, for breeding, like high quality breeding animals, those type of animals that are, I guess, more than just pets, like they're are highly valued, then you would want those those animals to be microchipped for sure.
I think those are show horses, I guess, that are pretty
Yeah,
expensive.
show
Yeah.
animals for
Show
sure.
anim,
Yeah.
yeah.
I bet like police dogs,
Uh-huh,
search and
yeah.
rescue, like
Mm,
those type of working animals I would suspect they're microchipped as well.
yeah. And like, why is it important for pet owners? Exactly what Dr. Amber just said.
For reunion. The biggest thing that I try to tell people though is it's not fail safe. So it's really, really important that if you move, you change your address, you change your email address, your phone number, you get married, change your name, like you need that information to be updated. So, I have had several cases over the years in practice where a pet came in, someone found a stray animal, we scanned it, found the chip number, we were so excited, called the company, and all of the information was out of date. So we still couldn't find the owner. And so that's the most critical part about microchipping is keep your information up to date.
That's so true. I mean, we do have stories of like pets that was microchip and was lost, and some of them basically got them or were reunited like six years later.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it's very crazy. Like, I don't know, what will I do if I lose these two dogs behind me?
Yeah. I mean, isn't that insane that, yeah,
Yeah.
that years later, a microchip would reunite a pet with its family?
Exactly. Well, beyond microchipping, I think there's like Petco Love. I think they have like, what is it to report? I'm not sure if this is like a microchip or.
Yeah, it looks to me like it's just kind of a forum where you can go on. If you found a pet, you can
Oh,
post that
oh,
that
this
you
is so
found a pet.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or if you've lost one and you have a picture
Mm-hmm.
of them, you can go on there and report a lost pet. And
Oh,
so, of
yeah.
course, Petco is a national company. You'll
Mm-hmm.
have eyes all over because
Yeah,
you hear
everybody's.
occasionally
Mm-hmm.
about a pet, being found like 2 or 3 states, a lot of eyes on it. Yeah. So petcolove.org/lost is a website where you can go. And if you found a pet, you can put a report on there, put a picture where it was found. If you've lost a pet, you can do the same thing. And so it's just a a way to get that out there, like nationally, that a pet has been lost or found and try to reunite.
Yeah, I mean, I just read like an article about in Santa Barbara County, like they're introducing like this new community resource to help reunite lost pets and their families. So it's interactive, like it's a lost and found pet map. So it's pretty cool that it's even live on Santa
Oh,
Barbara Animal Services. Yeah, it allows
oh,
residents to
yeah.
report and search for lost and found or sighted pets directly on the interactive map, which is cool. Because
Yeah.
again, it's hosted by Petco Love Lost. Yeah, this is
Oh, that
great.
is
Like,
very cool.
yeah, and
Yeah,
it's integrated with Nextdoor app too. That's
I know
cool.
like my local news station, their website has this huge classified section. Like if you're in Utah and you say KSL classifieds, everybody
Mm,
knows what that is.
mm.
So I've seen, posts for found or lost pets on there too. So it'd be a good thing to like look up your local resources and then also have some of these national resources.
Well, thank you to Petco Love. I wonder if like LA County has that too. I have to check on my next visit.
Yeah.
Next product drop off. All right. So takeaways for today, like microchip is the thing. Like if you have an animal or if you just recently like rescued a cat or a dog or you entail to basically rescue or get a dog on your own eventually or an animal, always microchip because it's not just for you but also for the animals. Like you don't want them to be wandering around if you move or if they get lost, if they get out of the house, at least you can check them and or
Right.
hopefully like be reunited. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm going to say it again, keep your information up to date. Make sure if you any of your personal information changes, phone number, address, email address, update it in the database so that if something unfortunate does happen, you will be able to be reunited with your pet.
All right. So thank you to everyone who joined us today. Your support is truly appreciated. Let's keep being the amazing pet parents our fur babies deserve by keeping them safe. Don't forget to hit that follow button for exclusive tips, pet advice, and so much more. Thank you all for being part of this wonderful community.
Thanks so much for listening, pet parents. Let's keep our furry friends safe with these helpful tips to prevent them from getting lost. If you have any questions about your pets, Feel free to send us an email at podcast@vitalpetlife.com. We love hearing from you. Your questions will be answered during our Breaking It Down with Dr. Amber's segment.